police. We have stamped out the vast majority of that violence that was happening 200 years ago. And basically, there is a long list of people that are now being banned, people that have been convicted, people that have been put on exclusion orders to take these troublemakers away from Speaker's Corner. So the typical reality is now that we have far fewer examples of this violent act. But unfortunately, it seems to have crept back last week. But believe me, I can assure you, the regulars and the police will do everything we can to make sure that that violence does not creep back.
And guess who was back last week?
Well, precisely.
Is there a coincidence?
And we know some of the culprits who have been banned from Speaker's Corner are still continuing their nonsense online in live streams. 7, even 11-hour streams I think I heard about, where they're just baiting each other and taunting each other and whipping up violence. But I tell all of them, you ain't returning here and doing it here, because the police and the Speaker's Corner regulars will do stop at nothing to make sure that you're banned, along with all the other violent thugs that have been banned from Speaker's Corner. But what the police do continually say is they can do very little unless the victims speak to the police, unless the victims make reports to the police. Now we will support them, the regulars will support them in doing that, but if they don't do that, the police's hands are really tied dealing with violent thugs that we do not want at Speaker's Corner. As Raj said, Speaker's Corner is the home of free speech, has been for many years. If people cannot hack freedom of speech, then as Raj said, the gate is that way. If you can't handle people dissing your religion, dissing your prophet, the gate is that way. Leave. Don't knowingly come to Speaker's Corner, the home of free speech, and be so damn thin-skinned that you want to punch someone for doing no more than speaking words. Because you're a little sad little boy and a sad little thug, you shouldn't be out on the streets, let alone the Speaker's Corner, the home of free speech. So have some damn tolerance, accept the fact that your religion, your sensitivities might be inflamed. But if you can't handle that anger, stay away. Because if you don't stay away, the police will make you stay away. The regulars of Speaker's Corner will make you stay away. And what I'm going to call to the many good, decent Muslims that come to Speaker's Corner, join us in dealing with these idiots, with these violent thugs. Believe me, they are not doing your religion any good. Believe me, they are not doing good dawah when they thump someone for no more than speaking nasty, hurty words. Believe me, that is doing the biggest damage to your faith and your religion. So I plead upon the Muslim brothers, and I know some of them believe, oh, we mustn't criticise our Muslim brothers publicly. Well, that is doing seriously bad dawah. That is doing bad stuff to the Islamic faith. And one of them who's standing here now with a camera, who's just walked away, who got triggered in my face earlier.
Mr. Brown, Mr. Brown.
Some unknown.
Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown.
And he's taken, oh, he apologises now and he removed his mask. Any adult that comes to Speaker's Corner with a face mask should not be here. But unfortunately, again, the police's hands are tied because the current law does not allow the police to remove force masks.
He's racist.
Alright, Mr. Brown, give my hand.
And what were you calling me?
No.
What were you calling me?
Racist.
I was a racist! Oh no!
These are not nasty, hurty words.
I
Are
apologise.
you so thin-skinned? You cannot have nasty, hurty words.
He didn't apologise.
There's no EDL here.
Unless
Where are EDL? Are there any EDL
you got
here?
thick skin.
Silent. You see? You're living in delusion.
Yeah, but the thing is, Steve, he has a point. This applies to everyone, including Sikhs. Because even with Sikhs, even with Hindus, any religion that comes in, if you can't take what you're going to hear, don't walk in. You're volunteering to walk in. No one's asking you to stand there. No one's telling you to come in. Now these people walking past, they might not know what's going on there. But you do know what's happening, and the reason you come down from Birmingham, like M-Stacks, and all of these guys,
travelling all the way down from Birmingham to London, getting here, covering your face, and physically smacking people. I mean, you're a bit of a loser, aren't you?
All right.
You're one hell of a bit of a loser.
I do think Steve Hudson was actually going to. I have a different analysis to these gentlemen. I think you'll be very kind. I actually believe that Islam is the cause of this. And we have seen this pattern for way too long here. Missionaries being threatened. I've been threatened many times, evidence to it. And this is what the Dawah program. So today I'm going to reveal what the Dawah actually have as a manual to propagate their religion.
It's the IO manual.
So we're going to expose the trajectory.
Where is Adnan Rashid?
And it's called the Dean of Islam.
Adnan Rashid!
So hear this out, this is very interesting.
God, Yakub.
Islam is a deen, a way of life, not a religion. Mark this out. This is what the Islamic Brotherhood, who made the Dawah program. Islam is a deen, a way of life, not a religion, as the West mostly understand it. It is an ideology, a code of conduct that governs an entire spectrum of human life, individual and collective. So when we have groups of people that mass together to intimidate those that go against their religion, or we have two misguided Muslim men, or three to be exact, and they say, oh, you insulted our prophet, you Jew boy. We only need to go to Quran 9:29. And it says, fight
This is
those,
not necessarily our views.
This is desperate.
No,
This is the
yours.
Christian's view, so that's
It
not
says,
necessarily mine.
fight the unbelievers where you find them, and those that don't believe in Allah and his apostle, and the people of the book, until they pay the jizya, make sure they submit.
Shall we look at the Great White Hope?
If you are join
The Great White Hope, join us. The Great White Hope, come in.
If you are
Come on, the Great White Hope, come on.
please do not disturb my narrative. I've been patient to hear everybody, and I'm not here to actually entertain myself. I don't like cameras, I'll be very frank with you. I'm just here to do one civic duty, and I'll be off. But the point I'm saying is that the Dean of Islam has encouraged, not this guy, I really respect you. You follow Islam? Well, you do follow Islam, but you're not a Muslim in the sense of the guy. In the sense of what those guys. Those guys were following the traditions that believe, that fight. I'm not saying everything has to be violent.
Cherry-picking a couple of people.
No, not necessarily. Fighting can come in generic. You can do passive aggression, you can do physical aggression. Let's be like adults.
Can I just say
here.
something?
We're not talking with people with low income expectations.
One of the things I found wasn't necessarily that I knew them, they established me, but it was the response when they come back and online, everyone's saying big them up, big them. There's only two people, I won't say the name, and I'm not saying you're
Right,
one of them.
one thing.
So that was my problem. I don't know what happened. The big up to them.
Yeah, it's really important I get my message because I was the one that was threatened to come outside. So like I said, I am at peace with everyone. My Bible tells me if you persecute me, I will, my God will do whatever he wants to bless me. That is not the issue. There was an anti-Semitic incident and the guys that were responsible for it did not take responsibility for it. And the community cannot do anything because the guy that was actually assaulted will not press charges with the police. People that come here to have free speech cannot be curtailed because certain people think that they can roam as pack of wolves to attack people of other faiths that disagree. If you are coming to Speaker's Corner, there are many people here that do not agree with Muhammad's way of life. That is a fact that you have to deal with yourself. This is a Western democracy. We're not in Saudi Arabia. We're not under Sharia law. People here do not know your religion.
But look at all these Muslims, they're fine. I don't understand.
Okay, they are fine, but the people that actually caused this incident were not fine. And they can justify their actions with the book of Islam, which is the Quran. I can give you the verses, I can give you the tafsir.
One example, give us one example.
Fight those that don't believe in Allah and the last day. Simple. Fight. It did not say you have to behead them or that. It's 8:12. So 9:29 says it clearly. Fight can be in passive aggression. I can insult you, that's fighting. Fighting can be very generic. And that's what I say, that they're following the tradition. Why did they say Jew boy? Why did they mention that word? What was the point of mentioning the religion of the guy that they attacked? Why would they be upset with a Jewish guy speaking about their prophet? Because their religion teaches them that narrative. Now,
It's
I
Irish
do not
Pat,
believe
Punjabi
that
Pat.
all Muslims are troublemakers. I believe it's a small minority of Muslims that don't know how to act. Cultural Muslims, a lot of other Muslims here, there are many I've gone to have coffee with, and they're cool and calm. There are many here that actually one of the cameramen of the Dawah is my friend for 20-something years. And we keep it under, I'm not going to mention his name.
Not that one.
Not that one.
Oh, the one in the Daily
There
Mail.
are other people here that have been caught on, that are in the Old Bailey for very serious charges.
But it wasn't him, they said.
Regardless-
Jordan, what are you saying?
I'll let finish it.
So my narrative is, please Muslims, stop heckling to cause aggression. Take example of this gentleman here. He has never been nasty. He never has to say an evil thing. You know, he's a great white hope. Stop hating Jordan I respect him. And somebody I respect. And this is the kind of character that we'll expect from a Muslim. Listen to other people's views. If you don't like it, it's very easy to walk away. But leave
If I'm the
violence.
sort of one you expect, then you're going against what you say about Islam. Because if I'm following Islam, would you be I'm not following Islam?
I don't see you as a Muslim. I just think you're one of those that has taken the tradition and you've got a romanticized view of
So a
Islam.
Muslim to you is someone who goes around insulting people and punching
I would
people.
say that my view of a Muslim, if you go to the Sahara where I'm from and see what's going on there, you understand Islam. I think the guys here, you're cultural Muslims, you're not living, because if you look at the Sunnah of the Hadith, it says that a real Muslim will not live with the unbelievers. So that alone just disproves your religion. So please, I don't want to come here to preach theology, but I don't regard cultural Muslims as Muslims. That's the reality of my view. Well, you're not born. You say you're a real Muslim, that you follow the Sunnah and everything. Okay, that's fair enough.
believe in
But I don't see you as a Muslim as one person from where I come from.
That's what I want to do.
That's my opinion. But your faith is between you and
Can I
your...
summarise what you sort of used an action of a couple of people down there? It'd be a bit like me saying, look, Bob the Builder smacked someone in the face with the Quran. The Christians need to sort this out when they're coming down here. I've been down here, I've come down here for the past year and a half. Okay. Would you agree that there's mostly Muslims down here?
I don't know. I wanted to see...
When you walk around, you'll hear every 64. There's more Muslims than everyone else. So by ratio, you'd expect there to be more incidents. We've also got a lot more people criticising Islam than you have anyone else. You guys are called DCCR.
I'm not DCCR.
Okay, but some of you
So this is another mistake.
Okay,
Because
fine.
I will. But online, a lot of people say I'm not in DCCR, I'm an evangelist. I'm a
I'll put it this way, I only really hear you talking about Islam most of the time when I see you. That could be coincidental. But if I see you, if I see Kane, people like this, all I ever see is mostly about the Prophet, whatever. Mostly quite vile stuff. Do you agree?
I will say one thing. A lot of Muslims come here and they tell me that I insult the Prophet and I insult Allah. Name one thing I've said about the Prophet in any video.
I can't say you. But
I
you've not seen others do it. You've not seen others do it.
I'm here, and this is where...
This is not personal, me versus you. This is not personal.
But I'll be very frank. I talk about the deen of Islam, the way of life. I don't believe Islam's a religion, so I don't waste my time on the Prophet or Allah. I talk about the attitude where violence is used as intimidation. That is the deen of Islam. That's what I'm here to talk about.
If you walk from that end to that end, Speaker's Corner, and you walk past, and I've tried it, you will see at least 3 people talking badly about the Prophet. You won't hear that about Jesus. You won't hear that about Christianity. It could be anything. Camel urine. It could be camel urine. I've heard you talk about. Yeah, but I'm saying. But no, but
Talk about camel urine.
Yes.
So what's that talking bad about?
Yeah. Look, let me finish my point.
Don't put yourself in the gutter.
Yakub.
No, look. BJ,
I'm in the conversation. Go on, man. I'm not allowing it.
Go on, Jordan.
The point is, you walk from this end to this end, and you will hear a variety of people going against Islam constantly, week after week. So there are more Muslims, and there are more people criticising Islam. So by ratio, you should have more incidents. I actually don't see many incidents of Muslims down there when I come down here. I actually think the Muslims are very patient down here. I think they show themselves very well. I think Tan's example, Tan was down here for a whole year saying he wants to depopulate Muslims, masturbate on the Quran, throw it on the floor. Let me finish. Tan was barely touched. So I think, pick up the Muslims. The Muslims didn't do anything to him. But by your logic, you're saying he should have been killed. He should have been killed. That was only when. That was only when he turned on the Tommy place. That was only when he turned on.
Honest. One of the things I will intercede when I bring a misinterpretation of the Quran. Like I said, I'm here to talk about, I don't believe Islam's a religion because the Dawah program says Islam's not a religion. That is not my opinion. That's the Islamic Brotherhood that made the Dawah program. program that you guys are all
Why haven't I
representing.
seen the Dawah
I don't know.
program? Why haven't I
Because
seen the
you
Dawah
haven't seen the Dawah
This
program.
Islamic Dawah team. Why haven't I seen it?
You probably haven't done your research. but I have done my research. So it's not. I cannot curtail other people's ignorance.
But my point is, I actually think the Muslims deserve credit for their behaviour down here.
How many times did you see me threatened with knives?
Trying to push this narrative.
Several times.
Trying to push this narrative that the Muslims are all, you can't insult the Prophet peace be down here. That's nonsense.
Did I push that narrative? Let's get the words.
Yes,
no.
Yes, you
I
did.
will explain myself again. Last week, a Jewish guy was here and they said, don't insult Aisha, don't insult the Prophet, you Jew boy. And then they attacked him. I went there to protect this guy from attack. And then I got also threatened, come outside. That is what I was doing. Do not change the narrative because it's disingenuous.
Bringing up one incident. I'm talking about speakers.
I don't agree with you guys. I do think there are a lot of Muslims that hear a lot of stuff. I've complimented someone and they don't react. Essentially argue. They like to do that. But there is a small core area that's very disruptive. And I'm going to call their names out. It starts with Muhammad Awi bin Ahmed and it's not me out. There's a lot of those things that are threatening that come from this kind of mindset. Now, I'm not saying you or Shanti or any of these guys, because you guys are doing the Dawah and in an amazing way. But unfortunately, this small little minority are so disruptive. Like last week, the videos that are going to come out of them, what they're doing is actually really doing a service. So what I was disappointed was that I thought Mustaq's Grey Dunya, Shape 1, and would have been pulled up by the Muslim brothers on the phone. But they weren't. Apart from two people, I don't want to say the names, everybody else is saying, more done, you defended our Prophet, you defended Aisha. And that's not the way to do it. It's the road. So I'm not saying that. I'm not Muslims are Christianity is constantly doing. But when you don't condemn the ones that are behaving thuggish, we're going to start looking at all and think you're condoning.
Let me ask this: why is it that you guys can mention two people and hold into account the whole Muslim?
Wait, you guys mentioned two. I didn't mention any
You
names.
mentioned two people.
No, who did I
You
mention?
said two people came down.
I
And they
said
called you.
three
You did mention
people.
two people.
No, but I didn't mention their names. So I just said.
Did I say the
Okay,
name?
okay, fine.
You said two people.
Well, you're getting trigger, James. You're changing your side to plus.
James. I'm not getting triggered. But my point is, why is it when, for example, Bob Builder hits someone with the Quran? I've seen other attacks now. Why are they not? Why is everyone else not held accountable?
What do you mean?
Why is it? Why is it if MSTAX's guy has done something wrong?
It was actually
why
great.
are everybody?
It's Grey Dunya. I just found out now. It's Grey Dunya basically. So it's Grey Dunya. So Grey Dunya is already. You should know better.
I don't really know what happened. If I brought you an example of two Christians that was attacking somebody, am I going to come up to you and say, no, but if I did,
Where is the evidence? Don't make suppositions when they don't exist. I can give you an example. 3 angels came from heaven and they smacked everybody on the back of the head. Let's try and talk rationally because there's a time that it gets irrational.
I'll give you an example, and I've already said it. Bob the Builder hit someone around the face with the car.
What happened in the
Bob said he's
What
not
happened
attacked.
before?
Oh, you want the context? But we can't get the context of the others.
No, Bob said he was hit on the foot.
Bob said he was hitting the foot.
You hit me on the foot now. I am not going to strike you in the face. I'm not going to strike
But
you
I'm not talking about Bob.
Bob apologized. Bob apologized.
Stabbed with an umbrella.
Sorry, Bob apologized.
What he did was
It's amazing how he'll try and justify that, but the Muslim is
I did not just
Never standard.
I did not
You
make
did. You went started talking about
What
the
did I
context.
say?
You started talking about the
Wait,
context.
where did I
You
justify?
started talking about the
Don't
context.
use
Is
words.
it wrong?
This
Was it
is
wrong?
another part
Was
of
it
the
wrong?
deen of
Was it
Islam.
wrong? Was it wrong?
Make yourself
Was it wrong?
be the victim when you're the aggressor. It doesn't work with me. I
Am
don't
I the
play this
aggressor?
game.
Am I the
I know
aggressor?
you're a nice guy, Jordan, but I don't hold grudges when I'm up against opposition. Last week I was threatened. There were 12 people circling me that were ready to do violence.
camera.
I'm not taking this as a trivial
No one's
issue.
answered my
I'm
question.
taking
No
this
one's
very,
answered my
very
Can I just say
They're
something?
not guys
They are
that I'll play
dangerous.
around with.
These guys are dangerous.
Well,
They
they
have a very extreme
threatened me
mentality.
with violence. That's what
Now
I'm
they're
saying.
turning the
And
table
that is
saying
a
that
fact.
Christians are attacking Muslims.
My question is,
Yeah, so what does it
I
have to do?
didn't say that.
It's
I
just
didn't say
changing
Christians.
the narrative
I didn't
to-
say that.
to
Did I
help
say
the
Christians are
Islamic
attacking
doctrine.
Muslims?
You did say something along those
The
lines.
point I was making is, if something bad happens down here, why is it the Muslims are all accountable, but no other people are?
not all of them. We specified already that it's not all Muslims.
Can I explain why I
He said Islam.
Can I
Raj and Steve were saying that it's
But can I explain why?
Muslims need to understand. Muslims
I'm trying to be clear. Look, when I see Christians, when I first come here, Christians look at Jesus come out of I'm even shouting at people that are respectful saying this stuff, and you're actually attacking their religion by saying Jesus didn't go on the cross. So to them it's blasphemy. So this is where it's subjective.
You won't see Muslims saying that around here.
But to him,
it may be rare, but we regard Jesus as a prophet.
Can I just say something? To him, you saying Jesus didn't go on the cross, he's insulting him.
It's not insulting to me.
I'm just saying something. You're saying that he didn't start up to America. You're saying that it was madness. So I'm saying some Christians might want to insult, but you don't see Christians getting angry about it. The problem I have with the small, I'm going to put the small little bad apples, is that they use the religion in order to make like sons. So when you're over there, they won't go, we don't like you, they'll go, don't insult our prophet, don't insult Isaac, don't insult this. Now, they've really got a problem with that guy. It's not the religion. They're using, I believe they're using religion as a way to, like Muhammad Tawi did the other week. The other month, Muhammad Tawi's a narcissist. He uses the religion for his personal beef.
Amazingly, when I see an attack, if I find out someone hit someone else, I don't look for their religion to try and use it as some kind of bait for everyone else. There may be Christians attacking other people, but I haven't looked and tried to find out if they're Christians. I don't want to use that because it goes against Christianity.
Yeah, but I've never heard a single
but you know that these behaviours go against Islam.
No, it doesn't in my view. It might in your view because you're a Muslim that doesn't live in the West. Well, what the point I was trying to make is that before the attack on this Jewish guy, they said you insulted our prophet, you insulted Aisha, you Jew boy. That is a religious statement. That's anti-Semitic. This is not rocket science. You don't need a brain. You don't need to read 50 books of literature. It's very simple. It's a racist attack. There's violence, and I was threatened for trying to instigate a peaceful
Change the word to
reaction.
Muslim. If someone says you're a Muslim, and then you start attacking that person, and you're saying you understand? We have to put it very simple.
I haven't known.
I know you have. But the problem is there are regulars that are they're actually encouraging their behaviour. Yeah, and this is the problem. Like, there's so many people doing good dawah here, like Isa, like yourself, like Sham,
Can I make one point?
But these guys, when it comes to this one time, they're using your religion.
When I come down here,
in order for the personal beef is not right.
When I come down here, I've got no interest to go around and say to people, you know what, Christianity is not true, this is not true. Both of you yourselves are almost provocateurs. How can you say you're not? You go around the park saying bullshit is and yet then you're surprised when you get the odd response. I mean, you were talking about dying on the cross. I understand that. That's you can critique Islam. You can talk about the age of Aisha. I understand why
I don't
people
do that. It's immoral. You see,
I've heard you talk about this.
No, I've not. I don't deal with that. Go and check all my videos. I don't do the morality. What we do is go on the theology. Go and check all the 11 videos I've done. No, I've said to you personally that we don't agree with your theology. I don't go
Did he insult
But
did he insult Aisha or did he talk about
I've never had any insults from this gentleman.
No, I
Do you
don't.
know,
I've always had good
do
conversations.
you know how many insults I get on a regular basis about my turban, about the gurus, about when I'm walking past you?
Why do you think that is
But
right?
what I'm saying
Why-
is,
They call you a pigeon, man. All the time, they call you pigeon.
Yeah, I know the pigeon. Everyone knows about it. Don't reinforce it.
I don't get it.
Don't reinforce it. But what I'm saying is that I have that as well. So it's not just a one-way street. I admit I am not.
You put yourself
in
a spotlight.
Yeah, and I
you put yourself there, and you provoke.
All right, I don't believe I provoke. I believe a lot of times. I don't just go up to
I'm not
people.
saying you deserve to be attacked.
I'm just saying I don't just go up to someone saying I ain't paying that bullshit jizya.
Yeah, you do.
They normally have done something to me, and then I'll react.
When I was in the park, you had this Shirkmas thing, and you would come up to me and go,
Yeah, that was Shirkmas funny. Next year as well.
So it's,
I mean, that's not one though.
Okay, this has been very fantastic, the entertainment with you two gentlemen, and I really do appreciate it.
right, wrap
Like
it
I
up.
said, what I wanted to do was conclude one very simple matter. We need to, whatever community you are in, whatever your beliefs, violence is not part of this place.
that's what I wanted to correct you guys on. Well
So
done. So
there's a lot of guys,
everyone
yeah.
should not be violent
So
towards each other.
if you
But
want,
can you
if
speak
you're
to your brother
Muslim
Ray Dunya, though?
and you're looking
And
for
I
a
do believe
positive
the
role
Muslims
model,
are good
follow
down here. They're
Jordan.
very patient.
I would
down
say
here. In general,
follow this
Muslims
man.
are very
What's
good
his name,
down
Jordan
here.
or James?
Don't follow the rhetoric
Jordan.
that the Muslims down here are violent, that the Muslims down here don't let people criticise.
Actually, Yakub is
They
James
do.
anyway.
They do.
That's
Come
a-
down and you'll see it.
Jordan, I've never seen you guys before.
Okay, the second incident is that anti-Semitism should be ignored, not ignored in society. We need to stifle this because we have to look at where does it go, where does the line get drawn. If we allow people to attack other people because they're Jews, what next? If it was a few white guys that attacked a black guy and said the N-word, how would people react, the Muslim black men or the Christian black men? If what they call it, a couple of black guys attacked a white guy and called him something else, how would we feel? So we can't allow any kind of discrimination. If people are soft-hearted and can't take criticism of their faith, I'd advise you not to come here. There are a lot of provocative statements made. One example, Titus 3:11. We're allowed as Christians to rebuke false doctrine. So I can say that you have a false prophet, you worship a false God. My Bible gives me that authority. So I can do that according to my scripture. And I will not deny that. I know in Islam, you're allowed to fight the unbelievers.
You've gone from community and now you've gone back to Islam again.
I'm giving you an example.
I was nodding, and now you've gone
It's
straight
about to go nine.
It's whether you agree or not, but there's some things that the law of this country will be upheld above my beliefs. In this place, I'm allowed to express my beliefs, literally. That is all right. But when you start using violence, that goes against the laws of the land. And then you fall
Can I ask you
apart.
one question? Did you report the incident?
No, I didn't because I wasn't the person
Oh,
attacked.
right,
I
so-
went there to as a peacemaker.
but this is
I
one,
was not involved.
this is one of the biggest problems we're having when we're talking about this, because everyone calls me a snitch. Oh, I just always report to the police. But the problem is that people don't do it. So your video, I reported that to the police. They had no one else do it. So if they're not getting these reports, although they can't do nothing legally because no crime has really been committed, if they don't get the report, then there's no incidents on the log. And so when they look at the yearly reports, it's nothing happened at Speaker's Corner. Now, obviously, I take it a bit too far and I go mad and I report everything. But there have been certain things that I've heard in the grapevine that are very dangerous. So we need to start using the police as well. So anyone's doing anything, even if it's me, even if I'm not saying report me to the police, but even if it is,
Yeah, no problem with
then yeah. But I'm just saying that even if I'm in for it, I've said to the
And if that's
police.
the case, I'd also advise Muslims to report, because at the moment Muslims
yeah,
don't.
yeah,
Muslims
yeah,
don't.
yeah, both sides, everybody.
Muslims don't report as much as the other side.
I would say one thing in regards. I'm here as a missionary to preach the gospel. I'm not a law enforcement officer. I let those that deal with the law enforcement deal with that aspect. We really want to just preach. We're not really. We're not
I'd
interested
recommend
in
you
getting
should preach Christianity
inside
more.
the-
You should. People want to hear that
Well,
message.
we are on the pulpit. We're
I hear you. I listen to a lot of you guys,
and we're just preaching.
I want to learn about the Bible.
Did you get back to Christ?
Islam.
Let's
Did
get
you
back
come
to
back to
this.
Christ?
If anybody's talking about people preaching the gospel, no one can fault our church. Chris, you see us, we preach in other parts of London. You're very right there. So we do preach the gospel.
Don't talk
That's not
about
it.
Islam.
We don't talk about Islam, funny enough, but we. Do we? Do we? Do I talk about Islam? Not so much him.
Dude, you mind getting Steve over for a minute? Steve.
Yeah, there you go.
so much,
So
but
a lot of people have got me mixed up with another missionary. That is not what I do. We're here to preach the gospel. I really am not interested in threats of violence. They will not be carried out, I can assure you that. And number three,
We're standing here.
we
You're
have
talking
to
about
pick
Islam,
it
and you're
up.
saying he doesn't talk about Islam.
Don't get me wrong.
people
I'm trying to be good,
are
man.
confronting me from that faith, and they're saying that insults to the prophets have been
Hard
made.
against everyone do
So
it.
they're using the religion as a basis to, consolidate their position.
Come on, wrap it up, Jordan.
What
What
I'm
you
trying
got
to say is very simple. I'm really here to preach the gospel. You can see the Pastor John, he can confirm. We're not really there for religion. We're just screaming Jesus is Lord. Oh, there you go.
The fact that you asked that means you probably disagree.
I am not with DCCI, and I'll make the statement for the 11th time. I'm not with DCCI. What they do in their mission, I agree with 100%. Their channel says
Why would a regular
defending
think
Christ,
that he is?
criticizing
Why would a regular
Islam.
think that he is? Why would that?
Defending Christ, criticizing Islam. That is their mission. My mission is very different. We're here to preach the gospel of salvation. Christ died on the cross, resurrected on the third day in remission of sin. That is what we're here to do. Now, there's another factor here. We are the people in our church.
Who else is with you?
John, Hudson, Corey, there's a few in the background. But in regards to this incident, why I tried to play peacemaker was very simple. I saw one guy being assaulted by a group of other people that said, you assaulted our prophet, and they said, you Jew boy. That is racist. And I, as a human being, forget my faith, I had to intercede. Because I tried to
Stay for
intercede,
another 10 minutes.
a couple of people
One more.
caused aggression in me outside. I called their bluff. I knew they weren't going to do anything. That's why you can see me smiling through the video. But controlling the atmosphere with an assertive nature rather than an aggressive.
You okay for another few minutes?
Yeah, man. Let's do it.
What I try to say to a lot of Muslims here that were offended by
Big up to my Sikh bro, holding my camera, man. That's what you call like helping me out. I know it's a small thing, but it's a big thing.
any false doctrine. So if I say your God is not the God of the Bible, if I say I don't believe
Oh,
in
don't
your
go
prophet,
down
I'm
that
allowed to do that.
I'll go down that route.
It's funny that you say that. Why don't I attack Sikhism or Buddhism or other? We do talk about
Islam. You just admitted it.
we do talk about other religions that we don't believe in. But the reason is because when we are preaching, we have hecklers like what's his name, Uncle Abdul or whatever.
Uncle
that-
Jamal.
that-
Big up, Uncle,
that
big up.
start screaming or they're trying
Oi,
to
donkeys!
So we do talk
He calls me biryani. He calls me biryani.
He calls Raj biryani.
Biryani. Is that racist? Ah, biryani.
It's a compliment.
Oh my God.
I would like to thank all of you for your time. Thank you, Gordon.
Stay, Soccer. We got something else coming up. You're going to be interested. You're going to be interested. It's about advocacy.
That are younger, they use you as a benchmark for their morality. That they keep themselves more.
The Great White Hope.
No, please, let's not
I thought
use
Tommy was
that.
the great one.
He's the Great White
There
Hope.
are other Muslims here that are well articulate and they've got good character.
Not Muhammad Taweed
To
though.
do with religion.
Not Muhammad Taweed.
Attitude.
Stay at home.
Some of us have seen
People
these
snapping
people
those snaps.
There's a way to behave.
Snap.
And they should know that their bad actions do reflect on your religion. It's like if I'm a Christian and I go here now and I go and kick somebody's backside, a lot of people have my faith as being a failure. So this is another reason why we keep composing.
I agree with what you're saying, and you disagree about the builder hitting the guy in the face.
I did not say I disagree. I said there was a reaction. I said there was a,
That's
no,
mine.
I'll be
That's
very
mine.
frank with you. There was a reaction there. It's not me that did it.
I think I'm all up for calling people out, as long as it's just constantly Islam.
Yeah, but you
I will not call people out in an incident I was not involved in because I was not that person.
It
so I
is
wasn't
true to
involved.
say that 95% of those people that have been given exclusion orders from Speaker's Corner are of a Muslim faith. Now that's not saying all Muslims
Is
come
that
here
true?
and
Is that
violate.
true?
Yes,
I'd like to see that. I'd like to see that.
absolutely.
I'd like to see
Well,
that.
should we run through the names now?
Oh, do it.
I might need some help. So, guys, Steve, Rat Boy, Uncle Omar, Mohammed Taweed, Abdul Hamid,
The guy that smokes
who else?
a cigar.
Modine.
No, they're not important.
You got a handful.
There's 18 members of Anjem Chowdhury's outfit. That's
Bilal,
add 18
Bilal,
to 5, 23. Bilal, I believe, so that's 26.
Can you name any numbers that have been banned? Would you even know about it?
Rajiv, the guy that beat the guy with flat Earth.
Is he not Muslim or is he
No, he's not.
Okay, well,
He's a Jedi.
So that's
I
one.
heard he's a Jedi.
Tan was never banned.
Is he a Jedi? I don't know.
There's the girl that attacks Steve Barnes, Isabella, so that's two. Busker was
Yeah,
third.
Busker.
He punched Rat Boy.
Oh, he's looking like 50-50, Steve.
We did say the percentage.
Yeah, but they're
was
from
higher
different
here. We did
so
say
we
so
say
by-
they're from different demographics though. They're not Christians and they're like atheists. There's a guy that's a Jew. There's a guy that's a thingy. So I know Busker's actually half Jewish and stuff. But let's kind of wrap this.
Was Braden banned?
We need to talk about something else now. You know what?
Anyway, wrap it up.
Stand back.
Wrap it up.
Stand back. Oh,
Are you low on battery?
So yeah, big up the Muslims for the patience.
Can Jordan please start
Yeah.
the wrap up?
He's
Do you have anything
Oh,
to
right,
say?
so he's wrapping up.
So, the point I want to make is that obviously when I saw everyone, it's the Muslims are when I came over, it was the Muslims need to understand here, the Muslims need to do that. I made the points earlier that I think there are more Muslims here than non-Muslims, and there are also a lot more provocateurs against Muslims. So by ratio, you'd expect more incidents. I don't think there are. I think the Muslims generally are very patient down here. I'm not saying there aren't examples, and you brought up one. But I think this narrative that the Muslims down here are violent and you can't criticise the Prophet if he's one of them is nonsense. Come down here and see. Not all Muslims.
Oh,
All right.
Kia.
No, I don't think you're saying
Tequila.
That's your opinion. I respect
People
it.
can come down and see
So,
themselves.
all right. So, although I kind of agree with my Christian brother Yakub, yeah, that there is a problem. There definitely is. There's no way you can kind of not say there isn't. Because I've experienced it, and other people have experienced it. I gave an example when I was talking to people online, or giving them hypothetical. If you come here and said Jesus is X, Y, Z, what would happen to you? They'll say nothing. If you said something about the Gurus, we'll be upset, but probably nothing. If you said something about Hinduism, nothing. But if you said something about Prophet Muhammad and Aisha, there is a chance that something heated will happen, or even somebody might intimidate you and threaten you. And that's undeniable. But I do disagree. I think it's a small component, but they are such a vile lot. And I'm going to name the names. Muhammad Tawidi's man. And he's one of the instigators of most of them. I've been threatened by him lots of people. You have M-Stacks that started coming from Birmingham. Grey Dunya was the one that is now being told is the one that allegedly tried to attack the guy. And he's a regular here. Sheikh One threatened acid on me. And has put my, said he's going to come to my home, even though he's got my home address. And he's going to follow me home when we speak at school. And they're always masked up and stuff. So there is a real problem. The Muslim community just saying, oh, there's not a problem, it's not going to work. Because you're making yourself look bad. When I jumped online, a lot of people, 90% of people were bigging up M-Stacks and all of those guys. Well done, you defended our Prophet's honour.
I saw all the videos. So
now, if you don't want us to relate it to Islam, then when we see the video and people saying don't disrespect our Prophet, don't disrespect Aisha, this is why you're getting this, we're going to link it to Islam. It's not rocket science. Yeah, we will link
so
it.
at best they ignore the problem. At worst they actually big it up.
There was
and then when you get
one minute. There were two people. I don't want to say the name because they're going to get the stigma of the right. It's like a poison chalice. There were two people, and they did give it to them, and they were friends with them as well. They said, "Look, what you did was wrong," but everybody else was sticking up for them.
I'm not sure which two you're referring to.
You are.
I'm only aware of one. I'm only aware of one that has publicly spoken out against them, and he's been completely castigated by the group, thrown out Facebook groups, completely ignored. For not changing his faith in any way, shape or form, but simply speaking out against the thugs, speaking out against terrorism, and they've completely black-sheeped him.
I will go down to the statement I made before. There has been a systematic pattern of missionaries here being intimidated by those of the Dawah crowd. I wouldn't say the Dawah members. There's a culture of intimidation. I think people need to, at night, especially at night, there's been some missionaries that complained that they've been sexually assaulted. So, we need to be frank. I'm not a street environment. I face issues that others are not ready to talk about.
This has happened to the Greeks.
This intimidation
This is the Greeks of today.
should not be made trivial. We need to know that somebody was attacked for being a Jew. We need to stop this kind of activity. What I really believe that law enforcement has to take place on these matters to try and keep those that would try and bring violence.
But you're not reporting.
I was not involved.
I know, but you was.
No, I tried to break up.
Dude, please.
The word snitch is not in my
Yeah, I'm not a snitch. I just like reporting to the police.
It doesn't look
Steve's alright, it's Raj.
I report crime.
I
report criminal.
Snitch is a and you was also intimidated. You must report because when we go to the meeting, the police and they say no one's reporting.
Let me speak on my behalf. I appreciate everyone's,
Bravo, Yakub.
mine's very big.
Do you make the yogurt drink?
No.
Slander.
Close.
Okay. All right. Yakub.
Yeah, Yakub.
Jax!
Well, we'll get back to this. A lot of missionaries here, we know that we'll suffer persecution. So this is why we tolerate it as Christians. I'm not upset with people threatening me with violence. I'm a big boy. I can get through. But there are some vulnerable people here in the culture that are not necessarily strong enough to defend themselves. Last year, a 70-year-old Jewish woman was found lying on the ground with blood on her head. She was attacked by Muslim attackers. They attacked her because she was a Jewish woman. A 70-year-old woman should not feel threatened to come here. And not last week a Jewish man was attacked. So this is a pattern. The same reason you insulted our prophet. I'll say this again, people don't like hearing the truth. The reasons were religious and racist. Simple. This is not rocket science. I don't need to get some Dawah manual and some excuses. Face the reality. Missionaries here are threatened. You are evidence. I've been threatened with being stabbed here, haven't I? We've been beaten up more than 14 times. I don't say, this is the first time I say, because I know nothing will happen.
No, it's not about. This is a problem that people don't understand. If the police are getting no reports, so when we go to the meetings and we're saying there's issues, there's no reports. We need at least for someone to log it.
Like I said, my faith teaches me that persecution will arise. I'm here to preach the gospel. I'm not here to play law enforcement. But I'm just saying that one day, people are not checked. The community leaders of whether the Islamic faith or the people here, they need to show a kind of responsible approach to stop these guys from having these violent tendencies towards people that say a subject that's different to what they want to hear. If you come to Speaker's Corner, people offend you. I had a vegan say, don't have children or don't eat meat. I love meat. Nothing's going to stop me eating meat. Do I keep the vegan off his ladder? No, because that's his opinion, and I know to tolerate it. So if I
part of the problem is too much testosterone. They need to go and get a girlfriend or go home and have a 5 nut with something.
We do not condone or not condone. We will
And it's good to prevent prostate.
Lots of experience there, yeah.
Oh, so can we wrap up? Because me and Steve need to...
I'm not doing anything.
No, come on.
You guys, I'll leave the secular crowd. I thank you all for your audience. Thank you, Steve, for putting this on Twitter. Well, you're secular. I am in the secular above my...